What is going on, everybody? Brick Builder here, and welcome to a brand new episode of FTB Horizons 3 SMP. And today we got a lot of things to work on, but thank you guys so much for the support on the first episode of the series. But let's get into this one. So if you guys do enjoy, share that like button and subscribe. So off camera, we now have an automatic fishing net, which does hold food and it holds a bunch of other stuff. I'm pretty much tossing anything that isn't fish at this point, and then keeping that. This is the rod we have in there. It works okay. So yeah, there's a ton of items that I keep dumping out of that, but we're just gonna keep the fish for now. We're just gonna use it for food, and I guess I'll also keep the bones since those are just, you know, useful to have overall. Now, off camera, you know the ability token that gave me haste? Well, now I also have night vision, water breathing, and speed, and I now have haste too. I also have a ton of other ones around. If you look inside all the chests, you can see ability tokens pretty much galore. And yes, the chests have been upgraded to iron and gold chests. It's just more convenient. Now, the one I actually wanted to use was the step assist. That's the one that I need to use still. I don't know if it's multiple levels or not, but we're gonna try if we can do multiple levels or not. You cannot. Okay, cool. So now what this will do is it'll help us step up things. See? Boom, boom, stuff like this. Basic modded things that are just super convenient. Like, look at that. That just makes running up mountains so much better. So it's cool that we now have the step assist buff. But the first thing we're going to work on today is some silence gems. This mod here, silence gems, is full of really overpowered tools. Now, I would argue this mod is essentially the Tinker's construct of this pack. Like, if you're trying to get into making any tools in FTB Horizons, this is where you end up doing it. So, we're going to be making some tools today. And I think we're going to need to look at all of our different gemstones quickly and figure out which is the best one to use. So I'm going to go ahead and do that since there's so many different gemstones I have. And then I will come back to you once we know the best one to use to actually make the tools that we want to make. Because there's so many different like gems you can do that we really got to make sure we choose the right one. And so I'm going to go ahead and take a little peek at all of these. And once I know the best, I will come right back. Okay, so these are all of the tokens here, and we're going to go with black diamonds. Now, we're going to be making a pickaxe. These aren't necessarily the fastest, but these are faster than a diamond pickaxe, but will also have good durability. And that's definitely very important, because we need to make sure durability maintains, you know, as well, so it's actually usable. Now, the first thing we need to do is figure out what kind of tool rod we want to make. This here will buff durability and melee damage. This will buff magic and based harvest speed. And this will not really do all that much. We're going to go with the golden rod, because that seems to be exactly what we want. So we're going to take some gold, we're going to take some iron, because that's what we need to make this. And then we need chaos essence, which we do have a fair amount of, but this stuff is very difficult to get. You get it from mining and smelting and stuff. We need 2 iron ingots, not 1. So let me go ahead and grab another one. And boom, now we have a bunch of these. Okay, next. Can we make supercharged black diamonds? Yes, we can. Okay. We need to get some glowstone, which we have in here. Where is our other glowstone? Because we definitely have more. Okay, that should be enough to get started. We need to make 3 of those. And then you simply go ahead and craft a pickaxe, and boom, we have a supercharged black diamond pickaxe. This thing is already better stats than the diamond pick, so we're going to go ahead and use this as our new pickaxe. But it's not there yet. We still want more to it, so we can use enchantment tokens. So first we need to make blank ones, which means we're going to need lapis and gold and the other thing. So we're going to go ahead and make 12 of these for now. That should be beautiful. Like, that's the right amount to make, so that'll work. Next, the first thing we need to do, efficiency. We need to do efficiency. So we need barrel. Where is barrel at? That's the thing. We gotta try to find barrel. That's gonna be useful if we can find it. Hopefully we have some. I don't know if we do. If we don't, we won't be making efficiency. They should be in here if we have it. Where is it? Barrel. We do have some. Okay, beautiful. Now where's all of our glowstone? It's right there. Nice. Because we're gonna want the not fortune. We might want fortune, but first we want efficiency. So We're going to go ahead and make one of those. How many of those can we make? We can make this amount. Okay, great. That's going to give us 4 levels of it. So, I mean, that's not maxed, but that is efficiency 4 on there, which is pretty good if you ask me. Next, what does fortune cost? Forge costs golden barrel. Do we have golden barrel even? Yes, we do. Okay, cool. So next we can make fortune upgrades. We need 3 diamonds per. They're a pretty bit expensive in comparison to some of the other ones. Do we have that amount of diamonds is my question. I don't even know if we do. Because we have been going through diamonds like it's nobody's business. Okay, we don't have a lot, but we need 9. Because we need to get fortune 3. So, let's go ahead and make fortune 3. And throw that onto our supercharged black diamond pickaxe. Okay, so now we have efficiency 4, fortune 3. Now, if you look, there's a ton of other enchantments here you can make. So, we're going to go ahead and find what else we want. We want unbreaking, potentially. Sapphires, iron. Okay. Let's grab sapphires, because we have a bunch of those. Let's grab iron. The problem with having all this different chests is it's difficult to find everything, but mending is craftable as well, but you do need a nether star, so for now, we're going to have to settle for unbreaking and make 3 of those, because we want unbreaking 3. And see how it says max level 3? That's just the cap of how many you can make. So boom. Now we have a supercharged black diamond pickaxe that's fairly good. And if we go ahead and throw all this into a chest, and then actually go down to the caves for a second over here that we've been using to mine, me and my buddy JSM, who's been living together in this series. If we come on down to the bottom here when there's the chest, the cave, you will see just how more effective this actually is. Just look at how better that is versus the regular pickaxe. I mean, I think this is quite valuable, and this is still relatively early game. Now, these tools can get really overpowered, but again, we just don't have too many materials to go super nuts on the Silence Gems tools, but that's essentially the core of Silence Gems. But we are going to be making one more tool I think I'd like to make, so we're going to go ahead and try to make something else. Also, this is walking up is so nice with the sepsis for the record, but we are going to make a axe as well. So that's the thing we're going to want. Now, as far as black diamond goes, we don't have enough, but we're going to actually make it out of the golden barrel. And I say that because golden barrel has a really fast harvest speed. So yeah, I've decided we're going to use golden barrel to make our second tool. So we're going to want some supercharged golden barrel. This is where making the chaos essence gets expensive, because look at how expensive that is just to make a few, supercharged barrels. We're going to make a supercharged gold barrel axe, because we want to have a good axe for mining wood and all of that sort of thing. Now, we do need to make more of the enchantment tokens. We don't need too many. We're just going to make one more set like that, because we are running low on chaos essence already, believe it or not. Next, we want unbreaking for sure. Get unbreaking going. I want as many of unbreakings as I can make. Give me one more. Boom. Alright, cool. Next, we're going to want efficiency, although I don't even think we can make any of those. We're not going to have any of the barrel we need, so I do need to get more barrel. What is Silk Touch is a question. Silk Touch is Violet Sapphire and that. I don't think we have, we do have some Violet Sapphire, and we do have some emeralds, so we can go ahead and make that. I do hate using emeralds for the element like this, but it's going to come in handy, so it's a purchase well done. Go ahead and throw Silk Touch on there. Go ahead and throw that on there. Again, this tool necessarily won't be the fastest, but the main reason I made this was just so we would have a Silk Touch axe without actually having to do enchanting. It just seemed like a lot more convenient method to me rather than enchanting, since enchanting is overall not as nice. But it's still pretty fast. It works relatively well if you ask me, the tool. So I'm quite happy with the 2 Silence Gems tools. But we got more to do in today's episode than just Silence Gems, so I'll see you in just a little bit. Alrighty, so off camera, JSM created a reinforced furnace, which is a pretty effective thing to make. It's relatively basic, but will come in handy since it doesn't require any coal. It's not exactly the fastest thing in the world, but it will work out pretty well. But one thing we do need to figure out for this is power generation. How are we going to keep power going to this thing? So if you look at the, oh my god, I could spell generator, there we go. You have a few different options. with, in my opinion, the best one being this. But you need a lot of stuff to do, so that one's probably out of the picture. So I think we're going to have to go for a different one that hopefully we'll be able to make, which is a little bit struggling because there's not all that many we can make. So I think we might have to be going for a dynamo. And pretty much the one we're going to have to use is the steam dynamo. But another option we can do, let me see. Yes, we can do this. Okay, cool. Is we can run power from down here at our power supply over to it, which seems like the much more effective strategy to me, because I would think that running power would be better overall. Also, for the record, I did add another level of haste onto my effects, just because I could simply, you know, afford to do it no problem. So I figured that I might as well. Now, we do need to figure out where this up and up comes, so we can actually, you know, get to the same point, so we can run power pipage through everything. But it shouldn't be too big of a deal. I think we'll be okay. Just gotta be careful of ghost blocks and stuff. That will suck about having the faster haste, but it's to be expected. So over here's the power line that I dug before that connects over there. So this is a thing. Now we need to figure out how we're going to run power, not power, pipe. All right. Or what do we have as far? Yes. What do we have as far as cable goes is another question. Let's see. Cables from Refined Storage. I don't know if these will work. We'll give them a go just because of how cheap they are. I'll admit the cable stuff, they kind of go over my head just a little bit, like actually knowing which ones work and which ones don't. It's like I don't know it. So we're going to have to hope this is a power one. Also, we now have a ton of sugarcane growing at all times just because I thought we kind of needed it, and I was pretty much right because it's going to come in handy. So yeah, I'm not going to complain about that. But hopefully these will work. In the case they don't, well then we'll just have to use another power supply. I definitely do derp around, guys. It happens. But the fun of the game for me is being able to just mess around, derp around, just try to discover things for yourself, which I like. But let's see, maybe we can make a different cable. Like, what do we have about energy pipes? Anything? Energy. What do we have as far as anything like here we can use? We have redstone energy. We can technically do these, but I don't know how we're going to fill those because we have to use a fluid transposer with destabilized redstone. So that's a... let's see if we can actually do that, because that would probably be the best option, in my opinion. Okay, that doesn't seem too bad. Okay, that seems doable. I mean, I don't know how incredibly doable, but doable to the point where we are going to try. So let's get a little bit more sand since we're going to need it. I'm going to go ahead and get all the things I need to craft that fluid transposer, and then I'll be back with you in just a second. Alrighty, so all the things we need to do the fluid transposer have been made, and boom, we now have a fluid transposer, which we're going to go ahead and throw down here. I think throwing this right over here should provide it with power. I'm not actually sure of that one, but that was just a guess of mine. I don't know, and now I'm playing around with things I don't fully understand. I don't really know a lot about this mod. I will fully admit that this isn't one of my strong suits, but we do need to first, you know, have this fill over to there with destabilized redstone. So how do we get destabilized redstone is the question that I want to know. We can do it by smelting blocks of redstone and redstone in. Okay, so we're gonna throw some redstone in once this is all configured properly. I don't know what I did. I must have done something to it. Maybe it needs power first. That would make sense. So we do need to figure out our power. See, this is the problem. I don't know how to work this in conjunction to that, but we'll see. Can I put this here? And will that, how do I get this power to be sent out is the question. See, I don't know things like this. If I throw this here, okay, there we go. Now it's getting power. That'll work, because these cranks have power. That actually makes a lot of sense. Okay, I don't know why I was so confused with this. That should not have been nearly as confusing. This is an early game machine, and I'm already struggling a little bit. But this should have some power. And then we should be able to throw redstone blocks in here, they said. Right? Into the fluid transposer fill mode. But I want it to go into there. So I would turn it into the magma crucible. Okay. That's not a... oh, fluid transposer will work as well. But what does it have to be? It has to be something that has used it before. Okay, so now we need to get a magma crucible. Alright, let's hope that that's something we can do, because if not, we're in a kind of a standstill. We should be able to do this. This doesn't seem all that hard. Okay, so let me go ahead and start this one up, because this is going to take a little bit, but we should be able to do it. We need to get 8 nether of brick, so that we can make brick blocks. We're going to need these. We can make 2 of those right now, no problem. We need 1 of these, and then we need 1 of those. So we're going to need electrum. Do we have the ability to make electrum? Oof. This is a more complicated one than the fluid transposer is going to be. And all of this is just so we can get power pipes, for the record. But it's going to be important that we have all this stuff anyway. So I'd rather make it early on. Now, how do we get electrum? Electrum. Not what can I use electrum for? How do I get electrum? Okay. Electrum. We're going to search it now, because it's not coming up when I ask. Electrum ingot. How do you make this? Smelting electrum blend, which you get from pulverized silver and pulverized gold. Okay. Give me iron. And give me a piece of gold, please. I just want to make this, you know, thing happen. I believe we have a system for this down there. Where is it? Not the drying basin. It's the, where is it? Mechanical squeezer. I think that can do this. I believe, right? What? I think. How does this thing work? I'm not sure. Does it have... JSM set this stuff up, so I'm a little bit unaware of these machines. But, on another note, as we wait for the stuff to smelt, we can go ahead and grab a water bucket, because I do want to have one just so I can, you know, power the dynamo. I can do all sorts of good stuff with this. So, I'm going to go ahead and keep on working here until we get this thing going. So, let's get on down, and I'm going to try to throw water in this. I don't know if you can. Okay, you can. So, I don't know where that... Okay, there's a little bit of water over there. Is that going to do something? Show recipes. Okay. What about... Okay, so it does have to be in ore form. I believe that's the issue. Okay, that makes sense. That would make a lot more sense. So, hopefully we have a gold ore and an iron ore that wasn't already smelted. That's going to be a little bit of a struggle. We probably have them already smelted. That's the one issue, because JSM did kind of smelt up all of our ores already, which is good until you need to make electrum, because then it just sucks. So there's that. Got my iron ore. Do we have any gold ore? We don't. Oh gosh, this is going to be bad. Now I got to go find some gold ore. Yeah, okay, that makes a lot of sense. So I got that right off the bat, but it won't let me do that to the gold here. But let's see. What about gold ingots period out of these things? Is there any other option? Let's see. I don't know if there is, but we'll try it. Okay. Whatever. We have to figure it out. So, I'm pretty sure we're going to need to get a gold ore block. So let me go ahead and grab that, and then we'll be back. Okay, so the gold's been found. A few other ores as well, but we can do /home on the server to get me back here, which I quite like. So now what we gotta do is we gotta take one of these golds and bring them down here and throw that in to here, so we get some blend. Then we can take these blends, which I did not mean to throw over there, and combine this with the iron blend, right? We should be able to. I don't know why we couldn't there. Hopefully I read it right and it wasn't like some other ore. I might be done goofed here. Please tell me I didn't. Electrum blend. Pulverized silver. Oh my god, why am I pulverizing iron? Okay, well at least that's an easy fix. It's just pulverizing a piece of silver. Oh my gosh, how did I not read what I had to actually do? I just assumed it was iron. Are you kidding me? Why would I make that assumption? Do I not have silver ore? Oh my goodness, do we have to go back down and get silver now? Of course we do. Gosh dang it. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. This took us way too long to get the electrum blend. We now have it. We're gonna smelt it up. And we also need to grab the bricks over here and make those right there. Now, let's get back to the magma crucible. What else do we need to craft? We need to craft one of these, which to do that we need that. And then we need this, and boom. What else are we going to need? We're going to need another one of these. Oh, we already have one of those. Don't recraft it. I already have too much of that carbo. Okay, and now we're just waiting on this. So I can go and like so and build a redstone conductance coil. Boom. And then magma crucible can be made. So then we're going to go ahead and throw this over here. And this should collect power from this. once I spin it, I believe, because it doesn't have power currently. Okay, or not. I'm going to move this dynamo, throw this here, and now it's receiving power, and the dynamo is going to be over here. Now, we really should get an infinite water source down here because water is usable for all these machines, but for now, I'll just stick with using the crank to bring a little bit of power to these two items here, the magma crucible and the actual other thing as well. So this here is going to get redstone. We're going to go with, we'll throw 9 redstone in it first and see how that works. Okay, so you can go ahead and go. In the meantime, I'll be cranking here. We're going to get some destabilized redstone, and then we're going to keep working on our power pipes. Now, to make these power pipes, we do need one more machine, which is an induction smelter. This thing isn't too hard to make outside of the Invar, so hopefully we have Invar. That'd be very unfortunate if we don't. So I'm just gonna hope we actually have Invar, because if we don't, we're gonna be in a quite the pickle that we don't want to be in. Okay, so I don't see Invar. How do we make Invar is the question. Please tell me this isn't some never-ending cycle. Invar blend, pulverized iron, and nickel. Okay, that's something we can do. Give me my pulverized iron. Where is my pulverized iron? I already mismade that. And then we also need nickel, right? That was what we needed? Nickel, yes. Do we have nickel ore? We need to have nickel ore somewhere now, or else I'm going to be in a very, very bad spot. Yet again, how many times does it take to get something as simple as this? I mean, this is the fun of modded, though. You know, to do something simple as power, sometimes you need to do a lot of different things, and I quite enjoy that. So it's going to be interesting, but let's go ahead and make those. Over here, we've got some destabilized redstone piling up, but that's not going to be nearly enough. So go ahead and throw another 17 in there, 20. Let's go with a nice round number. Boom. I do like how fast this mechanical squeezer works, which is quite nice. Boom. So now we have those, which should give us some Invar, so we can make an induction smelter, so we can finally make pipes to power a gosh dang furnace. It seems like a lot of work for something so simple, but you'll see why this is valuable once we actually get towards the furnace wall. You'll see the absolute value in this, like I already do. Next, induction smelter, other parts. What do we need? We're going to need 2 of these again. And yes, we're kind of eating through a lot of our ores, but we will be able to make a ton of we'll be able to get more ores. Like, trust me, mining is a big thing we'll do. And boom. And what else do I need? Invar. And I'm going to need a bucket, because I want to keep the one that I have now. While I still have these 2 buckets, I'm going to go ahead and make the infinite water source in the basement machine room. So that way, whenever we need water, it's actually, like, obtainable to get without having to run all your way out here like a crazy person. So let's go ahead and get back down to the basement, quickly use our supercharged black diamond pickaxe that we made. And okay, this is actually not the right spot for this, because we're not going to be able to cover it up. We need to throw it like over here. This will work, because this is coverable with the Zag rock over there. Boom. And then we can do like that. Beautiful. Now we have one with the water bucket, and we have one who isn't. Anything in there? Nope. Any more destabilized redstone? Let's just go ahead and toss the whole bits and bobs of that in there as well. Now, induction smelter. We need the Invar. So we can go ahead and grab you, Invar, and a boom. Now we have an induction smelter. Next, we need to make, it is called Constantan Blend, which is copper and nickel. So did we spend, oh my gosh, did we spend all of our nickel? No, please tell me we did not. Although actually we could go with a different type of glass. We need a hardened glass. So we have a few different options. We could use, let's see, let's go to the energy conduit. That's what we're making. So we can use, if I don't want to use I'm not going to use hardened platinum. That just seems hard to come by. Hardened aluminum, pulverized nickel, hardened glass. How do I get that? Pulverized obsidian and lead. Okay. So that's something we can do now in the induction smelter, I believe, right? That would be correct. It's the induction smelter. Yes. Okay. Lead. We got to grab some of you. And then obsidian. We need a bunch of you. Thankfully, I mined a little bit. So we have some. It's not really a lot, but it's enough. Okay. So this is going to go over here. Is it going to receive power once one of these starts cranking? No. Okay. This is unfortunate. How do I work this? I'm going to go ahead and move this. And then we're just going to keep a line going here. Since that's what's been working with all the other ones, I'm just going to assume it'll work if I go like this. Maybe it won't, but we're gonna try. Come on, why won't you run on power? I'm not fully sure as to why you won't get power out of me over here, because there's no RF in here in the first place. That's the thing. See, this one had some RF in it. This one has no RF, so I have to keep cranking here to get some power. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Go ahead and get this glass that we need, and then I will come right back to you. And now for the moment of truth. Boom. We have a whole 12 energy fluid ducts. Flux ducts, not fluid ducts. Fluid ducts would be liquid. But we do need to make them full. That's the thing. So now we have to be filling them with destabilized redstone. Inside here, this here needs to come into here, and we have to just move it over, which is not that bad. We can do that with relative ease. So there we go. We went ahead and moved this in here. Now, let's see. What you're going to do is throw these in here, and that should fill this up once it's all done. This is going to take just a little bit, but we can keep cranking this, or truthfully move this generator, which is I think what I'd rather do. Is get this thing flowing and going on power supply, just so it can help out, because it really is a stronger power source that I didn't even realize we had, and like that I fully didn't, decide to use until now. Because just look at this. It should be filling up power, but it's not for some reason. I don't know why. It has literal full power, but it won't transport it anywhere, which is kind of weird if you ask me, but whatever. I'm going to go ahead and get back up these things to, full fluid duct full of the stuff we need inside of it, so it'll have fluid in it, and then I'll come back to you. Just cranking away, baby. Cranking away just to get these stupid power energy conduits set up. Listen, guys, if I knew how nuts this was going to be, I probably wouldn't have taken this massive process in today's episode. I would have done most of it off camera. I did not know how confusing this was actually going to be. I forgot how difficult it was to make these things. But either way, you got a learning experience out of this, which I think is very important to take away. So since modded is relatively new on my channel, I think what this shows is that the experience of modded is very different than other types of Minecraft. Modded Minecraft is designed to have a hustle, to have a grind, to have an early game. There's multiple ways to do things, and it takes a long time to do something you want to do, but it'll come in handy later. I think it's a really cool concept. I like the grind you get with this. I like that we could have probably made another power pipe, but we didn't. We made, in my opinion, the stupider option, but we made it. So, I'm happy with it either way. Now, we are unfortunately not going to even have close to enough power pipage to lead us all the way back down, but we should have enough that we can throw a generator right over here, which should work out okay. So, I'm going to take this generator, since this is a generator we have. I'm also going to take some coal out of here. I'm going to go in and throw this gen and slap it on right here. Now, I'm going to throw a ton of this in there, and we're going to hope everything is powered efficiently and the way it's supposed to be. See, boom, it's finally gaining up the RF. Now, this was, again, a stupidly overcomplicated process for something that was relatively simple. But, again, I found that fun. I hope you guys did as well. It's sort of the appeal that we get out of this. You know what I mean? There's an element of, there's a lot more to do. So I definitely enjoyed today's power problem, and it was most certainly a problem because of how long it took. And then in addition to that, we also had, the tools we created. So if you guys enjoy playing around with silence gems and setting up a furnace over here, off camera, I might consider at some point getting this whole area here all lined with furnaces of the, powered furnaces is a potential option we could do. But yeah, we had power problems and we had tools that have been made. If you guys did enjoy, make sure to like button and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in another episode of Feed the Beast Horizons 3.